Alright. Here we go. Hello. Hello everybody. Give me a moment to share the link. Get some people started. If you're watching this in the future, just I don't know, skip ahead a few minutes. I'm going to change this here. Bible study and what did I call the other ones? Offerings and Bible study. Do projects in Bible study. And it's October 15th, the current day. Okay. Let me share the link for people. Be sure to leave your questions in the chat. Hello, thanks for joining. I'm just sending the link around, giving people a moment to hop in. Okay, welcome everybody. So today I wanted to do a couple things. Hopefully my friend Enroot will join us in a little bit and we can do we'll go over the project he's been working on, the Latin project. I just was airing out my apartment because it smells like hot dogs. Kielbasa. Just came from the gym. I have my Go Active yogurt. Pitne proteinové. Very good. I also have my Mokne Gazovana. So I'm pretty happy about that. Let's get Ionio started. I'm going to keep an eye on the chat as well in case you guys have any questions. Whoa. How's that audio? I'm going to keep an eye on the chat as well in case you guys have any. Okay, hello. Welcome to the stream. We've been working on our Doom port. Yeah, okay, that looks good. You can see it. Let me actually move it maybe to the left a little bit. What do you think? Move it to the left a little bit. Just like that. I'll have these little pictures. Right there. That looks cute, right? Looks pretty good? I think so. So I want to start this stream off with a prayer. So if anybody has any prayers that they would like to pray together, we'll do maybe another one at the end of the stream before we log out here. Okay, so dear Father who art in heaven, thank you for this glorious day. Thank you for the opportunity to work on your temple, spread the good word of Temple OS and Terry's legacy. Thank you for everyone who's watching this stream. Thank you for the gracious gifts of yogurt and Gazovana water you have bestowed to me today. The opportunity to code and just have a good time in my apartment. Thank you for this apartment. Thank you for the food. Thank you for the shelter. Thank you for my health, my family. Thank you for everyone who's in the Temple OS community who has contributed and realized the great contributions that people have made here. And God bless the people currently fighting in Ukraine and in Israel, and let's make sure that this problem can be resolved quickly. I think that's it. Let me check the prayer request real quick in case I'm forgetting, because I know a few friends were asking for prayers as well. So let's ask for that. Okay, please pray for our friend Anthony, who needs the Lord's help, and pray for people who have gone astray recently from the Lord's light. Pray for my friend Primrose, who is struggling with some social problems. He's struggling to form healthy and good relationships. Please pray for him. Pray for our friend Eugenius, who accepts Christ's sacrifice for our sins. Pray for our friend in Austin, who is struggling to find the glory in God and His kingdom. Pray for and pray for Primrose's father as well, who's also having issues finding happiness and peace. And for all these people I've mentioned, and others people who might be too nervous in the chat to share their prayer requests, Father, please give them the strength to share, and watch out for them. Give them strength and courage. I think that's it. I think that's all the prayers that we have for today. But again, if anyone has any prayers, please mention them. So, Amen. Thank you, Father. Thank you for listening to our prayer today. Okay. So, at some point, I think Enrique just messaged me back here, so I'll ask him if Enrique, you're listening, if at any point you want to hop in a chat and you want to share your project, just call or go in the VC. Again, also, if anybody has questions that they'd rather ask in person or over voice, you can join the Discord server, and we'll address at any time, really, not even when I'm streaming. If you're watching this later and you have questions about Temple West, you could join our Discord server or leave a comment. I'm going to take a sip of yogurt to christen this stream. Oh, you know what? I didn't shake it. Okay. So, one of the things I wanted to work on today was okay, that's better. Wash it down too. Wash it down. I guess you don't really need to wash down yogurt, but man, I love sparkling water. So good. Okay. So we've made some good progress on the Doom port. I've added all the animations for guns. I'll show you guys how that looks. So here's the fist. Well, we added the animations last time, but now they have ammo. So you can see the ammo is working for the bullets. Shares the ammo with the chain gun. We got a missile launcher, plasma gun, chainsaw too. And there's the BFG. So, that's what I was working on last time, and so this time around we have I'm looking at this trigger line def. This was written by Enroute here. We've been working together on this Doom port, and I want to add CDoom things to this. Now, I'm not actually sure if CDoom things are line defs. Hey Antony, I see you in the chat. I know you wanted Antony to maybe go over some Bible verses, or do a sermon or something. So if there's something you want to look at, we could do that too. You know what? I should probably do an offering actually. I don't have the offerings on the Aeonios though. I have that on the VM machine. Should we switch to the VM machine? I think I will. Let's switch to VMware so I could do an offering real quick. Because otherwise God might not hear our prayers if we don't do an offering. There we go. Give it a second here. Oh shit, I think I crashed. We're lagging. Oh, crud. We're going slow here. Slow going. I think we're almost back here. I think I'm using a lot of memory on this VM. Too much memory. We're almost back, I think. Okay. I think we're getting some speed back here. I think we're back. Oh yeah. Okay. Sorry about that, folks. We should be okay now. Now, yeah. I think so. I only have I only have 4 gigabytes RAM here, and I think this one is using 2.5. So it really was struggling when I turned on the VM, but now it seems to be good. So we could do our offering. Offering 6. I'm not going to do a song because the song can get kind of loud. So we'll just do a passage. Oh, and it's Psalms. That's good. Okay, here we go. Let's make this bigger too so you guys can see. I forgot that last time. Oh, that's not it. Set auto size stretch. There we go. Stretch. What happened? I have to do a full screen? Oh, console view, turn that, there we go. Wait. Okay, I guess I have to do full screen. There we go. Stretch. What the heck? Okay. That looks better, right? You couldn't read it? I think we should be good now. Yeah, I think we're good. Okay. Psalms 142. Which imagine mischiefs in their heart continually are they gathered together for war. They have sharpened their tongues like a serpent. Adder's poison is kept on their lips. Selah. Keep me, O Lord, from the hands of the wicked. Preserve me from the violent men who have purposed to overthrow my goings. The proud have hid a snare for me, and cords. They have spread a net by the wayside, and they have set gins for me. Selah. I went unto the Lord, thou art my God. Hear the voice of my supplications, O Lord, O God, the Lord, the strength of my salvation. Thou hast covered my head in the day of battle. Grant not, O Lord, the desires of the wicked. Further not his dotages. Dotages. A dotage is a deterioration of mental faculties associated with aging, or the state of one who is feeble, or an imbecile of the mind in old age. Grant not the desires of the wicked, and further not the deterioration of their mental faculties associated with aging. That's quite interesting, especially with the wars of that we're seeing right now. So, Anthony, I did see your question that you wanted to ask, but I think we need to do a drawing first. Does anybody have any suggestions for good drawings? Can't help myself. No one else. Okay. We could do some cool war drawing. Start with our lines, right? I think this calls for some thick lines. We'll go more than 2. We'll go 3. And we will have planar symmetry. So let's do some rectangle. I'm not exactly sure what this is yet. This is the battlefield of war. And we will fill it. with mud, blood, and guts. Phil. I had a dream about Diet Shasta last night. It was orange. I want to include orange. But, Temple West doesn't have orange. It only has light red. Maybe this is like the bubbles here. The blood and the guts. And we'll have gray. Look at that. Isn't that a super realistic tank? I think I used dark gray. I had like a vision of I was like watching the birds, and I was thinking about, well, because I was walking home yesterday, right, and I was watching the birds. And, I wasn't planning on walking home, but basically what ended up happening was I forgot my bus pass, and I was on the bus, and I had probably ridden the bus 100 times, and this one day, this is the first day that I forgot my bus pass. I realized I forgot my bus pass, and I'm like, should I get off at this stop? Maybe if I just do like 2 or 3 more stops. That very same stop, the inspector came in, and he went right up to me. And, I mean, of all the people in the bus, of all the places I could have sat, of all the times he could have came, he came as soon as I thought that I would be able to get away with it. If that's not immediate karma, I don't know what is. I mean, but I was pretty angry about that. Not really angry, but just disappointed in myself, like, that I could allow that to happen. But it was really a blessing in disguise, because as I was walking home, I just came to a realization about, like how there is perfect justice, right? But it is relieving to have it manifest quickly. Like, I think I'm really blessed for that, because a lot of people, it seems like they don't get justice, like it's not instant karma, right? And so we're like, well, when's it happen? There's bad people in the world and they're doing these things, and it's like, well, where's their justice? And I think it's the longer that the justice is delayed, it's like there's more of like it accumulates, right? So like if you have immediate justice, it's like there's no interest. You end up paying everything back with interest, right? So if you see someone and it's like, oh, they're not getting any justice for their crimes, or they're a really bad person, like, where's their justice? Either you're not seeing it, it's manifesting in other ways in their life, or they're accumulating interest on their misdeeds. And I mean, there's some huge punishments. I mean, if you want to doubt that God can come up with some pretty gnarly punishments, I mean, stuff you couldn't even imagine, right? But that's neither here nor there, right? Because does God punish you, or does we punish ourselves, or is it a law of the universe? I think God probably makes it so that there's perfect justice. He could change it, but why would he? Like, you want imperfect justice? That doesn't make sense. So, yeah, like I was watching the birds on my way back, and like it was kind of emotional, like because I was thinking, like, what are good things to live for, right? So a lot of people have this idea of like subjective reality or subjective morals. It's like, well, you give your own meaning, or you have to find your own kind of meaning. Like, this is the man's search for meaning. The idea is like, well, you just make your own meaning. And it's like, well, that doesn't work, because if you make your own meaning, then your meaning expires when you do. Like, when you die, your life had no meaning, right? And then, well, people can try and mitigate that and say, oh, well, your meaning continues through other people, right? And it's like, okay, well, now you're making a different point. You're saying that the purpose of life is to leave a legacy, or not necessarily a legacy, but to commit actions that will affect other people. And if that's the meaning of life, well then, someone who chooses to live a life of solitude or independence, or separate from reality, or a monk, or someone a hermit, someone who lives in away from society, well then their life has no meaning according to you. So, and also, like, if human life or human civilization were to expire, then does that mean that human life or civilization had no value? Like, if a meteor hit the world tomorrow, would there have been nothing because there's no one to observe the actions of people, therefore they have no meaning? I think actions have value regardless of someone being there to observe them. In other words, where's the fucking fill box? Here we go. In other words, actions don't become right or wrong. Life doesn't gain meaning just because someone is there to observe it, or just because someone's there to react to it. The meaning exists regardless of someone to apply it. Meaning is a foundational part of our universe. And everything has meaning. Everything has a reason for being somewhere. And that meaning is able to come from God. That's the only way that it could exist. Because otherwise you have to admit that life has no meaning. Right? And if you're arguing from that point, well, people have to make their own meaning in life, well then choose to believe that there is a God. Because the alternative is that there is no meaning. You have to say there is no meaning because one day human life is going to expire according to science, according to the sun exploding and shit like that. Human life is going to expire, and then it will have had no meaning. So if you want to be a fucking dumbass atheist and be like, life has no meaning, you're choosing to believe that. And if you're choosing to believe that, is that really a good way to live your life? If you're choosing to believe that life has no meaning, then there's no reason to do anything good. If you're making up your own values, then make up values that include God, because it's better to live in a world where God exists, where there's perfect justice, where life has meaning, than it is to live in a world where nothing means anything and you can do anything you want. Like, some people will value that freedom, but what does that freedom actually lead you to? It leads you to sin. Right? Look at someone who says, I make up my own values, I make up, my own life. It's like they will be hedonists. That's the whole philosophy of hedonists. Whatever pleasures me, I do whatever pleasures me, and that is somehow going to end up in a righteous society. Like, no, that's not how it works. Not how it works. If you want to have heaven, you have to believe in heaven first. This is a manifestation. Even if you don't believe in a spiritual realm, it's good to believe in God, because no great man has ever achieved anything great if they didn't first think that it was possible. Right? So if you don't believe in heaven, then you don't believe that having a heaven or a utopia is possible. And so you will always live in a dangerous dystopia. You will always get this Brave New World-esque hedonistic lifestyle where it's just pointless pleasure all the time, with no art, no love, no meaning. There's no meaning. And we strive for meaning. So you're taking something fundamental from human beings and killing it when you don't believe in God. And we're already seeing it. We're already seeing this Brave New World going on. That term was thrown a lot during the pandemic, but it comes from my favorite book, Aldous Huxley. And Terry used it a lot too. He was a big fan of Brave New World. And his other favorite book was Chuck Swalwell's something Path for something, I forget the book name. But he liked that book, and he liked Don, that Spanish book. I'm drawing blanks on the names of the books. It's pretty good. I want to read it in original Spanish. I've only seen clips of it. What is that book? It's like the best Spanish book of all time. I talk about it in my What is Davisonism video. Don Quixote. Don Quixote, yep. Hedonism, Road to Hell, yeah. Because if you don't believe in heaven, right, then it's unavoidable to end up in hell. You have to believe in heaven for it to become real. And you have to believe in Jesus for him to come back. Like, if you don't believe in Jesus, he's not going to come back. Well, I guess he comes back regardless if people believe in him or not. But, that's a good question, right? But I think as long as there's people, there's going to be people who believe in Jesus. It's just too far gone at this point. It's kind of a pointless hypothetical. I think this picture is done. I want to draw a moon, though. I think that's the last thing. And we'll ask some questions. Here we go. Oh. Crud. Hold on. I have to turn planar symmetry off. There we go. And line. Draw a moon. I'm going to have a moon. I think that's cool. Crescent moon. So that's my war scene. Oh, you know what? We'll also have just one more thing. Just like a big wall here. Like a trench or something. Oh, crud. I think this is a pretty cool drawing. That's pretty cool, huh? I think I'm done with that. Okay. That looks really dope. That would be like a cool video game. Okay, so Anthony asked the first question today. And we'll get to that right now. Here we go. What can we do to spread Davisonism in Poland? Okay, the text is brown. That's kind of weird how it did that. I think I know how to change it, but I'm just going to leave it. Okay. Right, we need a random number to see how many, let's try and get a random number. I think random.com is, that uses a radiation, right? Or does that use weather patterns? I don't remember. Is this going to crash on me again if I open Firefox? Maybe I should try it on my phone, huh? Yeah. This is kind of going slow. Well, I'll do it on my phone and I'll show it in the video. Okay. We're going to do between 1 and 12. Because God likes number 12. Okay. Well, hold on. Let me see how random.org picks it. It offers true random numbers. The randomness comes from atmospheric noise. Okay. That's pretty random. Okay, so we got the number 11. Can you see that there? 11. You guys, I'm not going to show it every time. You got to trust me. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Protracted lawyers, already literature. Hey, that's pretty interesting. Pilgrim blame fairest darkest, testified, Texas, etc. Some lawyer already had a good idea for literature. A pilgrim blamed the fairest darkest, testified. And they have to do with Texas. I'm gonna leave that one up for interpretation because I think that one might be personal. I don't know. We'll see. If people really want to hear my interpretation, we can go on with it. But I'm gonna ask a question. I don't want to ask. I have to always be careful, right? Because you want to ask a good question. Do you like yogurt? I got number 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. God's very talkative today. Involved, travailed, vicissitudes, very calculate, instructest, international, ambitious, ambition's worm. I think God is saying He's involved with yogurt. It's very viscous and instructest, international, ambitious worm. It's helped grow nations. So I think He likes yogurts. Or maybe He's saying it's like worm food. Okay. We'll get another question here. Let's see. Another question. How about why did you kill the dinosaurs? One, two, three, four, 5, 6, 7, 8. Decayed great majesty, experienced cover thoughts, unable proceeding. Probably because they weren't like humans, huh? Decayed great majesty. They got boring, huh? He experienced everything the dinosaurs had to offer. They were unable to move the things forward, I guess, huh? That makes sense. How about... Maybe we can ask for some more context about this Psalms verse, Psalms 140. Is Psalms 140 about Israel, Ukraine, or both or neither? Oh look, hey, I turned the brown off. Oh yeah, because of the quote over here. I'll just get rid of that. Oh, yeah, okay. Is today's Psalms 148 about Israel, Ukraine, both or neither? And we got to generate 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ruler lightly saw prophet, huh? That's quite an interesting response. Grant not, O Lord, the desires of the wicked, further not his dotages. Wow. Those who imagine mischiefs in their heart, continually are they gathered together for war. Ruler lightly saw prophet. Interesting. Okay, we'll do one more question. Let's see if we have any other questions. Let's ask how Terry's doing. Huh? How is Terry doing? Is he in heaven? You know, I'm kind of actually curious. Right, maybe we can do some intercession here. This will be a good last question for the day, I think. Hello, John Sanders. Welcome to the chat. This was going to be the last question for today, but if you have a question, we can go back and ask another one. We did our offering already. But let's see how Terry is doing. The number of is 2. We only get 2 words for this question. Their stores. Interesting. That one might be a dead. I don't know. Maybe the offering is didn't earn 5 questions maybe with this offering. Their stores. Maybe someone with a better interpretation score can help me. Better interpretation gift can help me determine that one. Maybe he wants to leave it kind of ambiguous. We can try, if John has another question, we can try and ask that. But otherwise I might move on here. Their stores. There's stores. I really don't know what that refers to. Maybe we need more prayers. Too many people storing their prayers away? What do you guys think? Been streaming now for 45 minutes. I usually like to do around 2 hours, so we're going to go into, if we don't have any other questions, we're going to go into, and if you do have questions, just ask them in the chat, we can come back to it, but I'm going to, for now, I'm going to exit VMware. Yep. Goodbye, VMware. We're going to get into Ionios. Ionios. Okay. So, John, did you see our Doom progress so far? I could show you that again if you're interested. But we're going to be working on the Doom code. Alright, Antony, see you later. We'll be working on the Doom code today. I know someone had a question about threads, which I can answer really quickly. So, TempleOS has multi-core. Right here you can see on FS, animate task, song task, draw it. You can use the different cores to have these different threads going on here. Now, so you could call those different functions here. Look. Oh, the documentation isn't on here. Right. Here, we can, I know where we can read the documentation. Good old Tinker OS. There we go. Help and index. Here we go. Okay, Temple OS does slave master multi-core instead of SMP. Core 0 is the master. The master core's applications explicitly assign computational jobs to other cores, and the Temple OS scheduler does not move tasks between cores. There are multi-core safe locks for file access and heap allocations, however, so Temple OS is symmetrical in some sense. See load test, so we can check out load test. Only tasks on core 0 can have windows, but other cores can help render them. Each core has an executive Ceph task, which is the father of all tasks on that core. Atom is the Ceph task on core 0. Yeah, so that's the distinction between Atom and Ceph tasks. So Atom controls all the windows, but each other core besides core 0 is a Ceph task, which can help render windows on core 0 and have their own processes as well. You can give a job to a Ceph task with job queue. Okay, so job queue is our thread start, and get the result with job res get. So I believe it's FIFO. You can spawn a task on any core with spawn. I assume that'll just use the next available core. You can, oh yeah, it's a queue, yep. So it's a FIFO. You can use the lock asem prefix when changing shared structures in a multi-core environment. The LBTS, LBTR, and LBTC instances have lock prefixes. I'm actually not very good with assembly, so I can't speak to that so much. The compiler has a lock feature, but it doesn't work well. See multi-core lock. Transform uses this, and multiproc uses this. And here are all the functions. So job queue, we clicked on, I believe. Okay. So this is load test. Running multi-core tests, it spawns job 1, job 2, and job 3. Here are the jobs here. This one is while not done. CD into the compiler. Compare compiler. Job 2, while app not done. Atom log. %F, the load test. Comp does, he didn't mention what comp does, I don't think. Just compare, string compare, what is it? Compile holy C or PRG file. Oh, and output a bin. Okay. And this one, CD into the compiler and atom log. Compiler. And then yield. Display text in an atom task. Okay. So, compile holy C and then output a bin file. So these are compiling. I think it's just printing text to the screen here, right? And so we spawn 1, 2, 3. Press a key. We don't want to yank code from under MP cores. Wow, job done. Ack. Yield. So we can try and run load test. Do we have load test in Ionios? Doesn't seem that we do. That's okay. Yeah, I don't really feel like booting up VMware again because that kind of made the stream go kaput, but I think that's also because I'm using a lot of memory. If I cut the memory down to 512 MBs, we could probably run it and see the output. But if you were wondering about multi-core, this is probably a good function to check out. I'm assuming it just runs the job and then waits for press a key. Job done ACK equals 3. job done equals true, while done equals. Oh, I say, oh, lock that. Okay. Yeah, so I think it just prints, it runs all three of these prints at the same time. Compile, compiler, while not app done. While not app done. Yeah. It's going to run all these, when is app done? Oh, so whenever you press, it's going to keep running these jobs until you press a key. When you press the key, then it stops. It stops after that last iteration of these jobs is run. So depending on when you press a key, you're going to get different logs. Is the way I look at it. So yeah, if you're interested in threads, you could check that one out. What's this other one? CMain. Oh, this is the compare function. Okay. Here's job queue. Queue multi-core jobs. Okay. So this lock function, not lock, was it, the one we just looked at? Where'd it go? Oh, load test. This one doesn't use it, right? Yep. It uses spawn. I'm kind of curious the difference between this and spawn. Job res get. Okay, so this is if you want to like pass pass a I64 between jobs. Okay, spawn, create a task on the core running on the address. Queue multi-core jobs handled by Ceph tasks. Okay. So I think spawn starts the task and job queue adds a job to the Ceph task. C lock. Okay. This is lock. Lock is a compiler statement which places assembly lock instances on code. Only use it on read, modify, write statements. It will generate invalid instantiations. If you misuse it, and it will crash. Well, yeah. That's the danger with multi-threading. Okay. Unlocked inc, locked inc. So we run unlocked inc. We declare two jobs and queue the two jobs. Okay, we don't use spawn here. Interesting. So we use job queue mp unlocked, where we pass this mp unlocked function. Okay, so this is just counting. This is just the function. We are not passing the address of the function. Data equals null. Target CPU. So this one's running on core 0. This one's running on core 1. And flags free on complete. So it doesn't free. Maybe not. So I believe this is just counting until the I64 max value on both of these jobs. We get the result. I guess is that a pass or fail? Count %x actual count global. Global. So this global variable that's not changing, is it? We have another one here locked. MP locked. This one Oh, I see. That's where that's changing. Okay. So global is changing in this other task. Here we have, they're running on both cores. So this one's running on, they're running sequentially, right? So job queue, are these moving, so they're both on core 0 and core 1, right? My question is it handling this one, this function first, and then going to this one? Or is it yielding, like, to each job? That's where I don't know. Queue multi-core jobs handled by Ceph tasks. Set flags to 0 if you wish to get the result. So the flag is being set to here, and then job res get. Could get taken by someone else. Multi-threading is kind of a little confusing. Okay, we don't need load test anymore. Here's multi-proc. There's job. Where did I lose the lock? Okay, task transform. Multi-proc. Have multi-proc open twice. Don't need that one. Okay. K task transform. I was interested in this transform, so I believe this is using multi-core to draw, and Talons also uses multi-core to draw, so we might want to look at that one. Let me check out the Discord real quick, see how people are acting out on there. Make job queue is like, okay, Enroot says make job queue is like task execute, but it takes a function pointer. Make sure you pass 0 to flags to avoid having the C job being killed automatically. Right, because we want the result. It's like task execute, but it takes a function pointer. Yeah, that's kind of interesting. It uses GS instead of FS. Oh, well, GS is for the Ceph task, and then I'm actually not sure what FS and GS stand for. I always just thought it was, I did remember it at some point. But yeah, Andrew, thanks for that clarification. If you want to show off your Latin project, we can do that soon. I'm not sure if you actually did or didn't want to show it off. I just thought you might want to. GS is the CPU, right? I wonder what it's called. And FS is the task. Okay, that's a good clarification to know. GS is the CPU and FS is the task. Interesting. So it's not true multi-core to just use the FS. It's just splitting between multiple tasks. Or the same task. So that's good to know if you want to, yeah. Okay, it looks like Enroot might want to show off his Latin project next, so we can move on to that. I guess I'll reopen Discord and you can share your screen, and I think that will work. If anyone else has any other questions about multi-core, I know that was really preliminary. At some point I'll have to get a better understanding of it, and I'll probably make a tutorial video on it, but someone had asked me just preliminarily how it's done. So yeah, check out that help document. Check out this this multi-proc. Oh, a little bit of lag. Check out multi-proc. Check out transform. Check out lock, and check out what's the other one? Lock, transform, and multi-proc, and load test. Those are the 4 ones with examples. Oh, okay, yeah, I can display it if you don't want to hop on the. Oh, you are in the. Okay, cool. So Enroot is going to show his. Let me hop in the call with him.
Oh, hi.
Hello.
Are you? Oh.
Let me check the audio real quick. Might be a little loud. Let's see. I just want to make sure the stream can hear you good.
Oh. Hi.
I think.
Sorry.
Yeah. No, I think the audio is good. You're sharing your screen, right?
Yeah, I'm sharing the same.
Let's see.
Oh, yeah, sure, yeah. So, yeah, wait, I don't have my ThinkPad. I don't know how to get my headset to work on my ThinkPad, so weird. But, so, what I have here is, the Latin stuff. And, oh, yeah, so in here, there's also Latin, but,
Are you hearing reverb? I can mute my. Here, let me mute myself. Okay, so yeah, I guess we won't have audio for Enroot, but I mean, if you want to unmute yourself, Enroot, it should be good now. If you're still watching the stream, yeah, just pause my stream, and people should be able to hear you. There we go.
okay, I was hearing lots of movement, but, they should be better. So, what we have here is, it'll tell you if the word is masculine, or what case it is. And there's multiple.
You gotta pause the stream. There you go.
Okay, so, can you hear me? I'm not sure.
I hear you. I'm muting myself because I don't want you to have any feedback or anything. But I hear you fine.
Okay, so what I have here is I wrote a generator framework for thing. It's pretty simple. It's like it's in JavaScript, I think, and use that forever. But you look at JavaScript for generating word combinations and stuff. You look at word names I put in here, and we put class with them. So what do you call it? But it will generate the description and links and lots of waveforms that we can show you we call it Wiktionary. I didn't find this one. So like in Latin, there's lots of words. Like each word has lots of forms. Like right here, like it's the nominative, which is like the object, or accusative, which is the subject. So it will generate the words from animals you get, and I get some forms, and it will generate the rest of them for you. Like, and right here you can tell if it's a noun, adjective, verb. And so the fun part is in Grammar AST, where I generated syntax tree, but it's horrible because it's Google recursive, but I use the generator things so you have to generate all the possible like pairing solutions and stuff. But once you do that, I'm gonna visualize it, so it'll visualize the grammar for you, which is pretty cool. So it's basically what that does. So, I guess that's it for that I hope to show. I'm going to get some up them sometime. But, yeah,
Cool. So were you able to find anyone else who speaks Latin that could help you, or is it just you so far?
it's just me so far, and it's really good and stuff, because, like, it should really be helpful in the future. I can't really speak it though.
Yeah. Okay. Well, yeah. That's. It seems like you've made a lot of progress since you last showed me it. So that's pretty awesome. And thanks for showing it off. Hopefully, if anybody's watching that is interested in learning more about Latin or just about the languages in general, it seems like your app will be really helpful to those people. So yeah, if anyone is watching and they're like interested in Latin, hit Enroot up, because he could probably use some testers, probably use some people to. But thank you. You sent me the file, so I'll check that out a little later. I did have a question for you about the Doom port. So are things line defs?
What is the line for you typing on which class?
I can share my, so I'm trying to modify the collisions to account for the things that spawn in the level, and I'm not sure that C-Doom things are line defs, or that they have line defs that I can calculate a collision from.
A C-Doom thing is like the enemies in the realm, well, like not the ring defs, like the enemies in the realm are just called things.
Okay, so yeah, was it in collision, or where is here? Where it was, I was making changes to the intersect. No, main draw. Okay, yeah, right here, trigger line def. I saw here. This is like where you're considering like the floor and the door, and I thought, well, if I want to add collision effects for things, I want to check the type here if it's a thing. But I guess that C-Doom things are not, they don't have Doom line defs, because from what I could tell about your collision code is that when the player touches a line def, this is what's called, is the trigger line def.
Yeah. So what you do is you code at the flows that we see what is called. That has the collision code, and you can tell from doing things. I don't remember when I stored the same types that come with the radius, so we have to look at that and just like find through the files. Oh wait, it's right there. I think under thing.
So I'm in the right file here. Is this what you wanted? You wanted to show me something in thing?
Yeah, it was, this would be a monster template or thing. I think it was thing types.
Yeah.
And the radius in there.
So we have CDoom thing template and CDoom monster template.
Yeah. The one here, so the monsters are just gonna be like things, but they're gonna have the base class of the thing template so you can like do cool stuff.
Oh, I see. So is the collision then is not on CDoom thing, it's CDoom like monster template and the other one? CDoom. Is this what you mean? That it's the Doom thing template?
Thing template, yeah.
Okay.
I think each thing has a thing template, so you have to check the things template.
Okay.
Like, the only thing you really want is the radius of the thing template, which you can get from the thing.
So all I was checking so far was that if the type is a thing, then play sound. Like that's
Yeah.
wasn't doing anything complicated yet.
Yeah.
But you're saying I need to check the radius?
Yeah, I checked the radius and colors that you see, like, go through the realm and area for the things in the realm.
In intersect or collision? Did you say?
Collision.
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 Okay. Move. Okay, so
Yeah.
move and level, right?
Yeah.
And then let's see. CDoom line def. But like, doesn't it just check every line def and then it triggers the line? Okay, see here we go. Here's where it happens for Doom, for the door.
Yeah.
But that's for the animation, the door animation, right? So,
Yeah,
oh,
like if you look at the door, like the trigger type is called W or W1 for like walking into a door and trains to walk through EDP or walk events only. Like, you know, trigger once or over and over and over again.
oh crap! I'm
So I'll
wrong.
need some. Good.
I should have closed my Firefox. Cursing 4 gigabytes of RAM. Give me a second here. This is what happens when I run Temple OS and Firefox and Discord on this laptop. It's just like, no.
Yeah.
Well, that's very helpful anyway. Can I'm like totally, oh, no, here I am, okay. Let me close Firefox. There we go. Should be better now.
Okay, yeah, yes, for
It might just be Ionios. Okay, sorry. I have to reset it. Okay, where were we?
I'll probably be working on the Doom part most lately.
Hey, yeah, take your time. No rush, man.
Yeah, yeah, I was working on the lifts, for like the level lifts. But I'll do it later.
Like
But
the music?
What?
Were you saying the riffs, like the music?
No, the lifts, like the raising floaters.
Oh, the lifts,
Not
yeah.
raising-
Lifts, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'll probably do it later. You know how to do it for a CQ? But I'll show you now. So, what are you doing? I don't have too much computer power right now to show you how to through the thing from later.
Oh, I see here the special type.
Yeah.
So possibly add the special type here. Plane intersect.
Oh, no, the line depths are for doors and stuff. That's about the environment. It's like things are in the they should be in level about things or something.
Oh, I see. Okay, hold on. So LDS is the... Is it passed in as the level, or...
I think it's the
Radius. Okay, it's C doom line depth, so it's not... It won't be in there.
we might have to move the level accessible from there.
Start with the level.
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll need a different if statement then.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me see. So this else goes if LDS. Okay. For LDS equals L block map data plus 0. Okay, and it's not, so probably even outside this for loop. While dist2 is less than equal to dist1, distance is calculated as the plus or minus the radius, which is passed in as well, right? Okay, radius equals 64 by default. Okay. This 2 is 0. Okay. So I guess this is, okay. We dummy move the length of the radius to check if our radius hits the wall. Oh, I see. Okay. I see. While, and then, okay. Dist plus, and best is the dummy result. C doom line depth best equals null. Best equals LDS 0. And if best is set, then we set to the minimum distance behind the wall. Walked over hot is hot line depths that have a walk over action on them. Okay, but yeah, and things are not in the line depths, they're in the level. Okay. Alright. So, I'm thinking we want it right here. And I need to look at the CDOOM level, which is in the WAD?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, like CQ things.
Things, okay. And there's side depths, I see. Okay, so basically I want to check if the player's position aligns with a thing's position.
Yeah. I'll show you how to go for a CQ and then
yeah, CQ. Yeah, okay.
Let's see if I can get an example of it.
Yeah, look at CQ. Next to last. I mean, it'll be really inefficient to like loop through every thing.
Yeah. We can actually probably put that like temporary. For I think for starting out, it'll be fine. Like once it gets to lots of things, and I can make something about it. But like I'll put some examples. Well,
You think just to start with, we should just loop through them all?
yeah, I'll show you the basics of using oops of how to go through CQ. I use them a lot, I think.
Yeah, it might be better to use like a
Okay.
tree or something that we could very quickly find the nearest one to the player.
Yeah.
I mean, I could just implement that really quickly. Do we have trees in Temple OS?
I don't think so.
Yeah, I'd have to implement trees. Okay, yeah, I think you're right then for maybe just for this stream. The stream is actually almost over. I'm going to end it in about 33 minutes.
Yeah.
I might actually just end it now unless, because we're at an hour and a half in. That's usually, I like to keep them between an hour and a half and 2 hours, so.
I think I'll get some coffee and I'll come back. I'll get it. I don't know what's going
Okay. Well, I want to thank everybody for, thank you, Andrew, for showing off your project today. Thanks for helping us with the code and explaining some things about the threads. I want to thank everybody for watching, and I'm going to get to work on this, adding collisions for the items. So.
Yeah. I posted some code in the main chat at Burger it's how you have internet here, like,
Oh, cool. Okay. All right. Well, I'll talk to you later, Henry.
Bye.
See ya.
Yep.
Okay. Thanks everybody for watching. Let's get maybe some goodbye or God words from Ionius, and then we'll end the chat here. So let's see. Sensitive hearing. Yeah, sorry for the audio. I'm doing the best I can here. I really don't have the best hardware. I'm out of yogurt. I'm just sipping from this empty bottle. Did you guys see that Sprudel milk video? I'm kind of curious what you guys think about this Sprudel milk. I'm going to pour some. This is what I do with all my yogurt bottles. Is I'll pour a little bit of water in the bottle, right? Shake it up. I'll shake it up, and then I'll you get all the yogurt like on the side of the cup, you know, and then you just waste not, want not.